Hey friends, and welcome back. Today I wanted to share with you a quick no-sew pillow craft. We actually made these for my son's birthday party and it was a little bit more complicated, but I figured out some tips and tricks the second go around to make them go a lot smoother. So I am just taking a piece of fleece here and I'm lining the edges up and I am just cutting the whole piece of fleece in half. Now I'm using fleece that I got by the yard for the party, but Dollar Tree has some really cute fleece baby blankets that I think this project would work really well for too. So now I have it cut in half and I'm going to keep it lined up together. I'm not going to move the pieces at all, and I'm going to mark 2 inches in and 2 inches up. And I'm gonna put a dot. So I'm using a black marker here just so you guys can see it a lot better on camera. For the party, I just used a pencil so you couldn't see it as much, or you could also use chalk and then the chalk will just rub off just fine. But in the end, you can't really see the lines that much. I just wanted to make sure that you guys could see them on this red piece of fabric while I'm doing this. So again, 2 inches and 2 inches. This is where I messed up for the party. I did 1.5 inches and 1.5 inches, and it made our pieces just a little too small and a lot harder to tie when we get to the tying part. So that extra 1/2 inch when I made them 2 inches really did make all the difference. If kids are doing them, you might want to make them a little bit longer, maybe even 3 inches. So now I'm just marking 1 inch off. And then again here, and sometimes it didn't leave a perfect inch at the end, and that was fine. I just kept marking at every inch mark. And these are the marks that I am going to cut each of my strips for this little tie pillow. I'm gonna make each strip 1 inch wide. So the first place I'm gonna cut is right here on this corner. I didn't mark it, but I know that I need to cut there. And then I'm going 1 inch over and cutting up into that line. And then again, 1 inch over and cut to the line. And I'm going to do this all around our little no-sew pillow. And I'm trying to keep both pieces of fabric together as much as possible so they stay together. Now I'm just going to turn it and I'm going to cut on those marks on this side. So when I cut the first one, I am going to lose my corner, and that's fine. That's what we want to get rid of that. We're done with that. We can save it or we can throw it away. And then again, I'm cutting the strips out, and I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. So now that I have everything cut out and ready to go, I'm going to tie my pillow up. Oh, I wanted to show you this one that we did at the party, and you can see those are the pencil marks, and these are only 1.5 inches. It made the pillow part bigger, but it was a lot harder to tie, so you want to make sure that your strips are at least 2 inches. So now I'm going to tie them, and I found the best way to tie them is to pull on them a little bit. One side stretches a little more than the other way, but I'm gonna pull on all of them just to stretch them out the best I can. And I'm going to tie one on one corner. And I'm tying these in double knots, so I tie it once, and now I'm tying it twice. And then I'm going to go next to it and tie that one too. So my corner of my pillow is kind of set in place. Now I'm going to go up and tie this one. And again, I'm just going to do a double knot. And now I'm going to tie the ones in the middle, and I just found that this helped me not lose any of my little tabs. I knew exactly where I needed to go. When we did them the first time, it was kind of hard to keep track, and we lost a couple. We just kind of tucked them inside. So this way worked a whole lot better in knowing where all my little tabs were and making sure I didn't lose any of them. You do want to be careful when you're tying that you're not tying any bits of the tabs next to them inside of the tabs, so you have them kind of hanging out a bit to get that kind of tied look. So I did that side, and I'm going to do the same thing down the longer side. So I'm going to tie one of the ends, and then I'm going to double tie the bottom one, and then I'm going to go back and tie all of the ones in the middle. And then I'm going to tie down both of these sides, leaving the bottom smaller side open so we can go ahead and stuff that. So we have some polyfill here, and we are just going to stuff inside. And I have a little helper here, and he had a good time just stuffing these in. So this is a great activity that you can do together with littles. You can see he can just stuff it in there just fine. And you just want to stuff it until you feel happy with it, and make sure you have enough stuffing in there that you can kind of move it back around after you tie this end off to fill up the corners of this side of the pillow. So right now I have all of my tabs pulled out, so I can go ahead and just tie those back up. And again, I'm just pulling on them to stretch them out a little bit, and then double knotting each one. And this is the last tie. And then one knot, and then tying that second knot. And I have a little pillow, so I'm just going to move the stuffing around so I can get it into the corners of the side I just tied, and I'm just going to squish it into place and get it a little perfect. There we go. And I have this little cute red pillow for Valentine's Day. Again, you can do like patterns. They have a lot of patterned fleece out there. You can make them any size you want. Just make sure that you cut your initial fabric 2 inches, or you're going to do 2 inches on each side. So allow for that when you're cutting your fabric. Oh, so cute. So I just set it here for now, and I think it's cute. Carter really likes these. The kids really like them because they're kind of snuggly. I think they'd make really cute like stuffed animals too. Like you could stitch on eyes or something, especially these smaller sizes. And I set it up here on my shelf too with my Valentine's Day decor. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, you can find more from us here. Make sure you subscribe so you can follow all of our adventures. Give it a big thumbs up, that bell, and let me know down in the comments if you have your Valentine's Day decor out yet, or do you decorate for Valentine's Day, and when do you start decorating for Valentine's Day. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.